Good morning. Wednesday, hump day. Just tripping through the year 2020. Ooh, boy. Halfway through July. So, how's the church doing? I would contend the church is not doing really well these days. I think the church is weak, and I think the church has lost its focus. Losing our virtue, David Wells. Why the church must recover its moral vision. For what the church recovers, then it can give to those adherents of the Christian faith. Still in the introduction, he says, in 1993, my book, No Place for Truth, or Whatever Happened to Evangelical Theology, appeared. In that volume, I sought to show how the assumptions of modernity had intruded on the evangelical church. The loss of theological thinking in the pew as well as the pulpit. The loss of theological thinking in the pew as well as the pulpit. It's interesting as I listen to sermons from pastors all over, so I'm not picking on anybody in particular. This preaching is really different than what the early church fathers did, what the reformers did. They weren't concerned with making you feel good about yourself. They were concerned about preaching that you're a sinner in need of grace and that's been accomplished in Jesus Christ. So long gospel preaching. He says this, that the loss of theological thinking in the pew as well as the pulpit. In our churches, generally what's going on in the pulpit is what's going to be among the masses who gather there. That's going to be what the people then rally around and what they believe and what they hope. And we're not thinking theologically as much anymore, he says. He continues, he says that the loss of theological thinking in the pew as well as the pulpit could best be explained, I argued, by the way in which modernity refocuses our interest, displacing the moral by the therapeutic. Let's just make everybody feel good, make them be better. The only way to begin to do that, if you're going to do it at all, is by teaching people the love of God in Jesus Christ. And so we need to teach morality rather than therapeutics. He says the divine by the human, preaching the things of heaven, the things of God, the things of the Trinity rather than those things of this world. Truth by intuition and conviction by technique. He says as a result we have not only secular humanism in our society but also secular evangelicalism. The world has entered into the church and it's dictating the manner in which the church teaches, the manner in which the church interacts with a broken and sinful world. I pray that God will bless and guard and keep his church. I pray for my ministry here at Trinity, that I be faithful to God's word, and I pray for all my fellow pastors and all those individuals who are believers in Jesus Christ. So, until we see each other again tomorrow, good health to you and God's peace.